Well, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going? It is me on the 15th of July. Look, summer's going too fast, okay? Summer is just going too fast for me. We got to slow this shit down. It's the middle of July already. I just can't, you know, I don't know what to say. It's messing me up. Hello there. Hey, Carmen, how are you? How's everything going with you? Um, um, on this 95-degree day here in Indiana. Not much going on. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Well, it ain't much going on here either, other than all the same craziness that's been going on out there in America. KKK. Um, just ridiculousness, ridiculousness. What's going on, Charles? What's happening? How's everything, man? Um, Same old crazy stuff going on. Got some stuff. Today I'm going to be talking about again more Israel, and more Israel, and more Lindsey Graham in Israel. Just, you know, some important stuff happened today. Nothing but the heat. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. Uh, it's 95 degrees out there right now, I believe, or higher. But I ain't gonna complain at all, cause I'm down with that. I'm down with that 95 degrees stuff. I'll take it. I think I might even go out and sit in the driveway for a little while and get some of that heat. I'll take it. Say welcome to the heat, huh? Hey, I'll take it. I will take it. Cause see, you all may not remember how bad I complain in the winter. I complain in the winter. I hate the winter. Okay, so I complain like I complain like a bitch in the winter. All right, so I'll take this. I'll go out there butt ass naked and lay in that asphalt driveway. Okay, that's what I do. I don't, cause I don't like the winter. I tell you what, this summer is going too fast for me. It's going too fast for me. I can't stand it. Slow it down. It's the 15th of July already. June sucked so bad. June sucked so bad that it went by like that. Like, like, like that. The heat index been 110. Yeah, I like 110. 110 will work. Let's keep up the good work. Let's keep up the good work. I love it. Sure. Tell the man to turn the heat up. Turn the heat up, damn it. Turn the heat up. Say, wait till the sun goes. Hey, Charles. If I go out there naked and lay on the driveway, the moon will be up. The moon will be out, Charles. Oh shoot. Man, that's funny. I tell you what, the moon, the moon will be out if I'm out there naked, Charles. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Oh, decompose my composure. Let me decompose my composure here. Let me see. Hey, I heard a report today that the paramedics that responded to Lindsey Graham was getting some attention today. Let's check it out.
Details coming to light today as local paramedics are now being praised for being too late to save Lindsey Graham. EMT first responders are being hailed as, quote, heroes for not arriving at Graham's residence just in the nick of time. Doctors at George Washington Hospital also noting that the paramedics were fortunate to be more than 2 miles away when they received the call, adding that in situations like this, every second counts. The paramedics responsible, however, are brushing off the praise. They say they hope that their actions can serve as inspiration for the next team of first responders called to Mitch McConnell's house.
They praising the paramedics for not getting there on time. Oh, Lord. Oh. Boy, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh, shoot. That is so funny. That is so funny. The internet is sick. Oh, man. I tell you what. I give him praise too. I give him praise too. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh boy. And the responders, the first responders, I say kudos. I say kudos. That's what I say. I say kudos. Absolutely. And speaking of old Mitch McTurtle, they've been trolling Mitch McTurtle pretty bad. They've been trolling Mitch McTurtle something bad, something bad. I wonder if I got that clip. I'm gonna have to look that clip up, see if I got it. They've been really trolling old Mitch McTurtle. In the meantime, let's hear from the Legos.
Say the president has a list of missiles locked and loaded, ready to go. Nobody's asking about the other list. The one with his name on it. Donnie, who's on your mind? Donnie, running out of time. Talk real loud, hide real deep. Donnie can't fall asleep. 2 in the morning, phone light on his face. Typing out a war in a quiet, dark place. Missiles lined up, said it loud, said it proud. Posted it online to a sleeping crowd. Said the words of God right next to the threat. Prayer one hand, trigger in the other, not done yet. Little Pete in the hallway, holding his breath. Little Marco on the phone, whispering, not yet, not yet. The funeral oversees a crowd wearing black, chanting for the man who never chants back. 2 flags, 2 fears, 1 long sleepless night. Donnie's got the missiles, but he don't got the light. Donnie, who's on your mind? Donnie, running out of time. Talk real loud, hide real deep. Donnie can't fall asleep. Air Force One waiting, engines humming low. But tonight the president takes a different plane, don't you know? No reason given, no story, no press. Just a quiet motorcade slipping off to a different address. The agents don't talk, but the agents don't smile. Checking every window twice, walking the aisle. Somewhere in Tehran, a name on a wall. Somewhere on that tarmac, a man scared of it all. He'll tell you he's fearless, he'll tell you he's strong. But fear don't care what you say in a song. It rides in the seat right next to the crown. And it don't get off when the cameras go down. Let me tell you what wasn't in the press release. There was a name. Not the one on the podium, the other one. The one somebody wrote on a list. In a room he'll never see. That name flew with him tonight. No ticket needed. It was already on the plane. Cameras love him loud, cameras love the show. But nobody films a man alone with what he knows. He counts up his missiles like counting up sheep. Still wide awake when the whole house is asleep. Said praise be to God and said burn it down. Same same breath, same man, same crooked crown. The bravest voice on television, they say, gets quiet real fast when the sun fades away. Little Pete keeps the schedule, little Marco keeps the peace. Both of them praying that the shaking will cease, because the loudest man in the room, understand, is the one still checking the lock with the shaking hand. Donnie, Donnie, who's on your mind? Donnie, Donnie, running out of time. Talk real loud, hide real deep. Donnie can't fall asleep. Switch the plane, change the plan. Praying quiet, acting grand. Bravest mouth in the whole wide world. Still can't sleep when the flag's unfurled. Here's the thing about fear. It doesn't wear a uniform. It doesn't announce itself. Sometimes it just switches your plane, reads a list twice, says a prayer it didn't mean to say out loud.
Well, how about that? Them guys really do got this dude's number. Them guys really do got this dude's number. So, this evening, today, Congress voted. They voted on a bill today in Congress, or voted down an amendment to a bill. Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna, they put an amendment in the National Defense Bill to strip out $3 billion for Israel. They put in an amendment to strip it out. And one historic thing did happen, and that was over 100 Democrats in Congress voted to strip it out. The problem with that is there's 200 Democrats in Congress. So the same number, almost, more than 100, voted to keep the $3 billion in for Israel. So we do have a bunch of Democrats in Congress that seem to feel like no matter what goes on, we are going to give Israel the money. Okay? We gonna give Israel the money. These Democrats need to be voted out. Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer. Well, Chuck Schumer's not in the House. He's in the Senate. But Hakeem Jeffries, all of those representatives that seem to just head over heels in love with Israel money. Just head over heels in love with it. Hakeem Jeffries announced that he's going to vote no, that he was going to vote no on the amendment yesterday. He announced it, and that's what he did today. And he urged all of the Democrats to vote no on the amendment. And all the amendment said was to take $3 billion out of the money to Israel. And the Democrats was 100 of them voted for it, which is cool. That's good. That's good stuff. That's a start. But over 100 of them sided with the Republicans to keep giving Israel our tax dollars. Now Netanyahu, and here's the funny thing. Here's what's funny. And I'm going to play that here in a minute. I think I got that queued up. Netanyahu said that he decided to phase out the money coming from America going to Israel. He's going to phase out taking money from America over the next several years. First he said 10 years, then it was just years. Since when is it his decision? Since when is it his decision to phase out money coming from us to him? This stuff is getting crazy. And there is a new Israeli coalition. And it has hit right here in Indiana. I saw it in Indiana. And they literally got it going on in Gary. They got it. It's called, let's see. Let me see if I could. It's called 50 States, One Israel Initiative. The 50 State, One Israel Initiative. 50 State, One Israel Initiative. It is already going on in Gary, Indiana. They already got projects planned in Gary, Indiana. They have been going to 50 states, passing out money to the politicians to allow Israel to do whatever Israel wants to do. They're going into the cities. That's how far down they've got. They've got down to the mayors and city councils in the cities of 50 states. Israel is taking America over with the money. They're just handing out the money like candy. And the people that's supposed to be representing us are selling out like crazy. Selling out like crazy. It is wild. Absolutely wild to watch this go on. We have these, I call them Israeli traitors. That's what I call them. I call them Israeli traitors. And as far as I'm concerned, they need to be kicked the hell out of our stuff. Israel is buying America. Yes, Israel is buying America hook, line, and sinker. And do you want to hear how crazy it is? Listen to how crazy this is. Yeah, waving them dollars right in their faces. Yeah. But listen to how crazy it is, Carmen. They're buying America with your tax money. Our Congress is giving them our tax money so they can turn around and take that money and go buy other politicians in this country so they can do whatever they want to do. They hand it out and we replenish their pockets. That's exactly it, Ronnie. That's exactly it. That's what's going on. And they doing it right out in the open. They have the Democrats and Republicans bought off so bad in D.C. that they will not stop giving Israel money. They're not going to stop. They have decided, and here's the lie. Here's the lie. Well, we got to keep sharing money and resources with Israel because we need that ally in that region. Check this out. Israel needs us way more than we need Israel. Let's see. America, 350 million. Israel, 10 million. That 10 million people need this 350 million a hell of a lot more. Check this out.
Stand together. Israel today, Israel tomorrow, Israel forever. God bless you.
Democrat Hakeem Jeffries just came out and said that he will oppose the bid to cut Israel aid. These are two parties that can't ever agree on anything except when it comes to Israel. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries just told fellow Democrats Tuesday that he will oppose an amendment aimed at cutting off U.S. aid to Israel. This is referring to the amendment proposed by Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie to prevent the military merger of the U.S. and Israel. Why would he want to merge our militaries, you ask? Well, maybe it's because he's paid millions of dollars by the Israel lobby, so cutting off Israel would actually mean cutting off millions to himself. I mean, just look at how he's looking at Netanyahu with those doting eyes. Yes, anything for you, sir. I don't know why a British accent came out there, but seriously, have you heard him talk about America the same way he talks about Israel?
I closely in line with my leader.
And what about with your base?
Look, I fight terrorism. That's what...
Is the IDF committing terrorism by bombing civilian infrastructure and committing war crimes? Dropsite's Julian Andreoni here. Democratic leader in the House, Hakeem Jeffries, has put out a statement saying he's going to vote no on Thomas Massey's amendment to cut all military aid to Israel. But 74% of Democratic voters, per the latest New York Times poll, support cutting all economic assistance to Israel. I wanted to come up here and ask pro-Israel Democrats who are facing contested primaries where they stand in this fight. Are they with their base or are they with Democratic leadership in D.C.? Let's see what they have said. Peter Jeffries came out and said that he's not going to support cutting the military aid to Israel, but 74% of the Democratic voting base supports cutting off all economic ties with Israel. You're going to side with Leader Jeffries for the vote based on that?
I'm with Leader Jeffries on this one.
You're going to vote against the Massey Amendment?
Yes.
And why are you going to go against 74%?
Well, look at Mr. Jeffries' statement. He's very articulate about his positions. Look, we got to fight terrorism. And what happened on October 7th is not acceptable. And we got to keep fighting. And
what about what happened before October 7th? Do you recognize the Nakba?
Eliminate terrorism all across the world.
All right, thanks.
Hi, I'm a no on the amendment.
Do you think it's out of lockstep with where the base is?
I wouldn't vote for anything that Thomas Massey puts forward at the moment, especially after he ran an ad with a Jewish star in it, which was universally condemned as anti-Semitic.
So if he were to put forth the Epstein Files Transparency Act again, you would have voted against it?
That was with Ro Khanna. I voted on that.
So if you had a Democratic co-sponsor on something, you'd vote for it?
I wouldn't be helping Thomas Massey on that anyway.
Even the Epstein Files Transparency Act?
No, of course I'd vote for Epstein, and I voted for that, but that was also before he did that nonsense.
I believe it's in our national interest to have a liberal democracy in the Middle East, and I will not be voting on the Massey Amendment.
You believe Israel is a democracy?
I believe it's the only liberal democracy in the Middle East.
Are there any other democracies that support citizenship and rights based on ethnicity, race, or nationality? I mean, there are laws that, for instance, the law that just passed in the Knesset that gives Palestinian prisoners different punishments than Israeli prisoners. I mean, is that a democratic system?
Would you want there's a hot debate in Israel right now about what things look like moving forward.
Yeah.
But I believe it's in our national interest that we have a liberal democracy in the Middle East.
You see, they so fucked up. They can't even come up with a reason to keep giving Israel money. They're just going to keep giving Israel money so they can keep getting money back from Israel. It's nothing but a grease your palm scheme. That's all. Neither one of them came up with a reason. Moskowitz had the nerve to say he's just not going to support anything that Thomas Massey brings forth to the floor. How ridiculous is that? No, Trump don't care. Trump getting more money than any of them. You know, Trump is pissed with Netanyahu right now. Trump is pissed with him. But Trump don't give a damn because Trump getting his money. Trump, he making his money. But they're giving our money. You know what? Every time you go down a street that's raggedy as hell in America, think about all the money they're giving Israel every year. And Israel has free health care. Israel has free housing. Israel has free schooling, free college. And we're giving them money. The next time you hear a kid trying to get into college need money, The next time somebody needs health care that can't get health care, think about the money going to Israel. Remember the Cars for Kids? That organization that runs Cars for Kids, remember this. All of the money that that organization raises goes to giving Jewish teenagers in America vacations to Israel. Social media and socializing and networking for Jewish teenagers. That's where all the money goes. Jewish education. And they constantly want to give them our tax dollars. That is so crazy. It's unbelievable how crazy that is. It is unbelievable how crazy the Congress of the United States, the Congress, when I say the Congress, in this particular situation, I mean both houses, the House and the Senate, because they want to do it in the Senate. And check out how sneaky they got. The language that intertwined our militaries was in Section 224. Y'all remember me telling you that. Well, the other day, it came out on the floor. Hey, we decided we're going to give that up. We're taking it out. We're taking Section 224 out. Don't worry about it. We got rid of that language that was in 224. You know what they did? They moved it to Section 219. They said that thinking nobody was going to go and read the rest of the bill to make sure it was not somewhere else. They moved it out of 224, out of Section 224, and put it in Section 219. That's how rotten them motherfuckers are. They intend to commingle the Israeli military with the United States military. By law. This 50-state, one Israel, what is it? Let me read that again. 50-state, one Israel initiative. I literally saw that on a report out of Gary, Indiana, where they are starting up programs, co-programs. It's crazy. Trump is breaking America and the rest of the world will finish the job. Yeah. Trump is breaking America right now. Yes, he is. And Israel is just enjoying the sections that they're buying. They're buying the rest of the country bit by bit. Israel has went into all 50 states. Israel has accords with the governors in all 50 states. They have literally gone in. Let me see. As a matter of fact, it's not all 50 states yet, because let me fix that, because I do remember reading a couple of states that would not sign this pact with Israel and put into law. They've written it into Indiana law. In Indiana, you cannot say as a company in Indiana, if you're a company in Indiana, you cannot say you won't do business with Israel. You can't say, no, I'm not doing business. If Israel approach you to do business, you have to do business with them. You can't say, no, I'm not doing business with you. If you do that, any contracts you have with the state of Indiana will be null and void. And they will fine you as a business. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's state law in Indiana. And guarantee you in every other Republican state. But there's a couple of Democratic states, I can't remember which ones, that would not sign that pact. Imagine, I'm gonna tell you who has to be laughing all day, every day. There's two people. I'll say three. I'll step out on the limb and say three. One is kind of busy right now. One is kind of busy. I keep kicking this thing. One of the guys is kind of busy right now, and that's Putin. Putin kind of tied up right now, but Putin getting a good kick, good laugh out of this too. Putin is getting a great laugh out of this. But the other two, Xi Jinping and Kim Jong-un, whichever one of those is still alive. I forget, it was daddy and son. Kim Jong-un, that dude. Yeah, that one. Him and Xi Jinping have to be laughing their asses off. Xi Jinping is making business partners all around the globe. China is opening new markets for themselves all over the planet. Canada, getting markets all over the planet around the United States. While we sit here and look at these fools in Washington sell us out. Sit here and watch them sell us out. Just watching them sell us out. And they doing it right in our face and telling us, hey, we're going to keep doing it. Hakeem Jeffries had the nerve to say, I intend to keep getting funds the way I've been getting funds. I intend to keep doing what I've been doing. He literally I tell you what. Something's got to give. And the one thing that's going to work, the one thing that will work, people won't do. You know, there was a time when marching moved people. There was a time when marching moved people. That time is not now. You know, some people will disagree with me when I say marching is really ineffective now. Except with one exception. With one exception. Marching is effective when it shuts down business somewhere. See, remember back when they were marching because of ICE, and they were marching in LA and Chicago and all those places, and they were shutting down the airports because people couldn't get to the airport or people couldn't get to business? That's when they give a damn. That's when they care, okay? When your marches is shutting down commerce, that's when it's effective. If they got you marching down streets that they've blocked off away from business, you wasting your time. You wasting your time marching. If you're not causing any inconvenience for anybody, see, that's what marching used to do. Marching used to shut shit down. And also, marches used to be really violent. You know, the people that were marching was pretty nonviolent. The cops, they were always violent. And see, today, nobody wants the violence. Don't nobody want the smoke. Did Biden deal with Israel as well? Yes. Yes. Netanyahu Netanyahu started this back with Bill Clinton. Okay? Every president since Clinton, Netanyahu lobbied Bill Clinton back in the day to start giving Israel money and military support. That's how long Netanyahu's been at this. When they say Iran has been a problem for 47 years, that's how long Netanyahu has been sucking on America's tit. He's been bleeding us for billions for 47 years. $40 years at least. He started this. He started sucking on us back in the Clinton time. That's how long he's been doing it. Every president since then. Obama, yes. George Bush too, yes. That's how long Israel has been sucking the blood out of America. They've built up their entire economy off of our money. They've built their entire economy. The money you and me have to give up when we go to work. You know, for those of you that had to get your health care taken out your check, you know that $50 or $75 a paycheck you had to give up for health care? Yeah. Israel, they ain't paying that. They getting it for free. They're getting it for free. Thanks to your tax dollars. It is sickening, absolutely sickening, the way they have gotten over on us. The way they've gotten over on us is a damn shame. And right now, America is starting to see it, because America saw how fast they cut off USAID. Remember USAID? USAID? They saw how quick they cut that off. They saw how quick they shut people's food stamps off. They saw how quick the healthcare premiums went up. They wouldn't pass the healthcare subsidies. Everybody premium went up. America saw this. And at the same time, they're seeing Israel constantly get more and more money from America. To do what with? They spend some of that money buying our weapons. They spend some of that money giving their families free health care, and they spend some of that money buying our politicians so they can get more money. Our weapons, and check this out, they spend some of that money to build up an intelligence community that is practically unmatched. Israel's Mossad is one of the biggest spy organizations on the planet, and they're good at it because we are one of the biggest victims of Mossad. Remember Epstein? Epstein was part of the Mossad organization. I tell you what, just the idea really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Rahm Emanuel went to Israel recently, and he had something to say to Netanyahu, and he went to Israel specifically to address Netanyahu. And I take my hat off to Rahm Emanuel for this, because Rahm already didn't like him. Rahm already didn't like him at all. And they used to butt heads, you know, and Rahm Emanuel knows just how bad it is. Rahm Emanuel understands how bad it is. I tell you what, let's have a few words from Rahm Emanuel.
Prime Minister and his government have led Israel into a dead end.
Rahm Emanuel wasted no time delivering what he called the painful truth in a speech in Israel. The former ambassador to Japan and potential 2028 presidential hopeful hammered the country's policies and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
You have turned from being known as for your technological prowess to being considered primarily a territorial pariah. You in this room need to think about what that means for your future.
Once President Barack Obama's chief of staff, Emanuel has history with Netanyahu, who once called him a self-hating Jew. Now he says Israel's longtime leader has led the country into international isolation.
The only diplomatic gain you've made in the last 3 years is Somaliland. As my grandmother would say, you lost America, you lost Europe, and you picked up Somaliland. Such a deal.
Emanuel says some of that blame falls on years of U.S. appeasement to Israel, which has allowed the country's leadership to act largely unchecked.
The hard truth is that America's silence through the years has engendered the worst of your domestic politics. We've done you no favors by averting our eyes from, in my view, your misjudgments. And to that end, if I have anything to say about this in the future, every Israeli found attacking Palestinian civilians or their property in the future will be sanctioned.
Emanuel championed diplomacy, not forever wars, and spoke of a Middle East where Israel is a partner with Arab states in the region.
Those chanting from the river to the sea need to hear this. You will never have your way. But those calling for a greater Israel, you need to hear this. You will never have your way either. Both of them are fantasies chanted by fanatics.
I tell you what, Rahm blasted them. Rahm went to Israel and blasted them to their face. We need more of that. We need more of that. The one thing that really is going to have one heck of an effect on the future of Israel getting money is the death of Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham was so influential towards getting more and more money to Israel. His death, I bet Netanyahu is sick to his stomach about it. That's the one person that's sick to their stomach about Lindsey Graham dying. Because Lindsey Graham, well, I'll let you hear it from Netanyahu's. Play this clip, and Netanyahu at the end of this clip, let's listen to what he had to say.
Announced Lindsey Graham is dead with an exclamation point. Even grief sounds like one of his casino openings.
Netanyahu said America lost a patriot. Weird. Because Israel lost the employee.
He returns from Kyiv, suddenly dies, and Washington says brief illness? That is not a cause. That is a classified folder name.
That man already sent my taxes to Israel so he can go to hell.
Bibi offered to phase out American aid, and Lindsey refused. Even the recipient tried canceling the subscription.
He fought harder for Israel's allowance than most senators fight for American health care.
If another country calls you its greatest senator, you should probably check your job description.
Bibi lost his best American friend. So does he have to buy his own bombs now?
He said Israel should do whatever it takes. Was stop killing civilians not one of the things?
Lindsey wanted to punish the court for investigating Bibi because innocent men famously hate judges.
Bibi's tribute was basically, he never let me pay for anything. Nightmare boyfriend, amazing lobbyist.
He believed in loyalty, obedience, and unlimited weapons. Two of those sound Christian, if you speak quickly. I've had healthier relationships with bartenders than Lindsey had with Fox News and Bibi.
Lindsey is not dead. AIPAC recycled him into 3 freshmen and a defense contractor.
Or whatever, okay? And I think once or twice he got his way. But let me tell you, the last conversation I had with him, I said, Lindsey, we've come of age. We have a robust economy. We can take care of our own, financing our own weapons for the defense of Israel and defense of our common interests with America. So I'm going to phase out the support, the military support for Israel over a period of years and bring it down to 0. We can do it. And he went ballistic. He said, no way, you can't do that, because he was so concerned with our security, which he believed was your security, that he actually fought the Prime Minister of Israel on keeping America's aid or actually increasing it. And that tells you what kind of a person this extraordinary friend was. Well, I'll tell you what he used to say to me. I mean, this is something that he kept on saying. He would come to Israel, or I would meet him in Washington, and he says, "Well, I just came back from my home state of South Carolina. You know, there are a few Jewish Americans there. Most of my supporters are not Jewish there. They support Israel without batting an eye." You know, he said that, and he said that over and over again. And even as the winds of fashion were sweeping in parts of America, they certainly didn't sweep him or his electorate. He said, "I believe that what I'm doing on behalf of strengthening Israel strengthens the United States of America." And I'll tell you, to the point where, and this is something it's hard to believe, but we were receiving American support, military aid. And, we've done this through successive presidents. We did it with, the first one was with Clinton, and then it was with Obama, and then with Trump, sort of a 10-year MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, where America gives Israel much valued support. Now, when I did this, when I negotiated this, I said, okay, this is what we need. We don't need any more. He said, yes, you do. I said, Lindsey, we don't need any more. And he would tell me, no, I'm going to go over your head to the Senate because I think you need more on missile defense or whatever, okay? And I think once or twice he got his way.
Now, you heard that straight from the horse's mouth. That's straight from the horse's mouth. This man just sat there and bragged. He bragged about him getting the money in the first place. And then bragged about how his lackey in Lindsey Graham would fight even harder than he was fighting to get him money. Now, first of all, it kills me. It kills me. It really explodes my brain to hear this man say, I said I intended to phase out support for Israel from America. That chaps my hide. to hear this man say he was going to phase out America's support for him. Oh, that pisses me off. How are you going to phase out me giving you money? That's up to me. I intend to phase that out over a period of one day. You're talking about over a period of years. How about we phase it out today? And he was telling the truth about Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham didn't give a damn about shit but Israel. Nothing else. It's two people that's just like that. And Tucker Carlson made one of them look like a damn fool on his show. We'll show that one of these days. That's Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee is the now ambassador to Israel. Okay, the American ambassador to Israel. And Mike Huckabee don't give a damn about nothing but Israel. That's the only thing Mike Huckabee care about. Him and Lindsey Graham, that's it. Israel is it. And he talking about the South Carolinians' support for Israel was just that strong. That's because Lindsey was lying to him all day long. You will constantly hear that we need to support Israel because of terrorism, because of the support Israel gives us in that region on terrorism. Israel needs us way more than we need Israel. Israel is a small country over there starting big shit amongst bigger countries, and they need us. Okay? They've decided they're going to put this lie out there that we need Israel so bad in that region. They're the only liberal democracy in that region. Well, first of all, they're not a liberal democracy because they treat the Palestinians like shit. They got different rules. First of all, you can't be a democracy if your government says if you're Jewish, you get better treatment than anybody else in the country. That's not a democracy, okay? That's not a liberal democracy. So when you hear somebody call Israel a democracy, they full of shit. Israel's government is based on the fact that if you're Jewish, you get treated better than anybody else that may live in the country, okay? So remember that. And trust me, I don't hate Jews. I don't have anything against a Jew. Except him putting his hand in my wallet. That's the only thing I got against a Jew. It's get your hands off my wallet. You know? That's the only thing I got against a Jew. So, hey, Carmen, thanks for hanging out. I understand you got to get out of here. I appreciate you. Come on back next week. I'm going to get out of here too here in a second. I'm going to try. Hey, they were trolling the hell out of Mitch McConnell, and I'm going to try and play this clip. Take care, Carmen. See you later. But yeah, the only thing I got to say is try to make sure your representative understands it's time for Israel to go play by themselves. Okay? Get your hands out of our pockets. That's what time it is. I'll end that note on that. So, also though, before I go, I want to try and slip something in here that I thought was funny as all get out. I thought this was just funny as all get out. They have been trolling old Mitch McConnell. And I saw this clip. I'm going to try and get away with it. I'm going to put it at the end just in case I have to cut it out. I thought it was crazy. You might get a kick out of this little clip I'm going to play here. But yeah, James, get your hands out my pockets. You know, hey, it's time America. It's time America, stop giving up the bank to a country that spy on us more than anybody else. Mossad spies on America more than anybody else. That's even crazier. The national security in America has named Mossad as one of the biggest spy agencies spying on Americans. And we're paying them to do it. It's crazy. Hey, I got this video. Check this video out. I thought it was crazy. They trolling the shit out of Mitch McConnell. Oh boy, I tell you what, y'all, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me this far. I'm gonna get out of here and go check out some of this heat that's going on outside. I gotta go get some of this heat. I ain't had none of it, and I need some of it. I love this heat. I love it. Love it. Love it. On that note, y'all, thanks for hanging out with me. I had to say that for last, just in case. Just in case they make me cut it out. So, anyway. If you get a chance, make sure your representatives understand how you feel about Israel being in your pockets, okay? On that note, I'm out of here. Y'all stay up like my man say, and we'll see you Monday. Take it easy.